is now loading. Hey YouTube, this is Goku Asthmatic reporting back in. Good to see you guys again. It's been a little while, I know. I haven't put out that many videos in the past few years, and to be honest, I got a little frustrated. I was expecting to maybe get a bit more attention from the other ones, but I really didn't get that many views or celebrity endorsements. I actually got no endorsements, and it's been hard. I was pretty confident, you know, it was something I hadn't really done before or knew anything about. I thought I could at least surpass PewDiePie or one of those other weirdos by now, but it's not the case. I haven't given up. I actually have a new strategy, which is why we're using a PC engine today. I'm live casting on Elgato, and I figured maybe it was because some people had already done some pretty good Let's Plays of ActRaiser. So this game is one that no one's done a Let's Play of in English. It's Dead of the Brain, and it's pretty cool. Now, all my Let's Plays, I'm only going to do games that haven't been done before, so it's fresh and exciting for you and for me. There is a kind of a setback in that most of these games are in languages that I don't understand. But I'm pretty confident that, you know, being a text-based comic book game, this won't be too hard to figure out, and we'll both learn a lot about life and culture in general. Because at the end of the day, we're all humans. So I'll give you a little rundown as we're started. I'll try and let Japanese people who can understand what's going on here, all this stuff, but I'll make it interesting for you guys too. Now, this game was first released for the PC-98, which was a Japanese home computer system. NEC made it before the PC engine. This is Cole. He's our main character, and he's explaining. This takes place in the past. He lived in North America, and he was working for a doctor. Now it's got some base on H.P. Lovecraft. It influenced some other authors as well. We'll get to those as illusions show up. But it's similar to Reanimator. If you read Reanimator by H.P. Lovecraft, it's got the same sort of intro. And there's a mysterious scientist. He's doing some experiments, and a fresh-faced young boy, eager to hang out with this older man, comes to see him and see what's going on. And this is the doctor now. On the left, you can see our options menu. We have look, talk, get, move, go, load, save. I'm explaining that because this part is pretty long. He's, you know, kind of showing him how interesting it's going to be if he comes over to his lab. I assume the writing is kind of hinting that something ominous might be in store, but I won't give it away too much.
待ってるからね。ドクは何かあるとすぐに俺とシーラの仲をバラすって脅しかける。ドクもドクだけど参っちまうよ。俺とシーラが付き合ってることを知らずにシーラを口説こうとしてるし、その上その相談まで俺に持ってくる。
I think.
まあ、このことはバレた時になったら考えればいいか。
Once again, you know what? It is great voice acting. I don't know what's going on, but you will hear, you know, sometimes it's a bit more phoned in. Pardon the pun. Now, what I think will keep you around is the illustrations are really cool, and they're basically souped up from the PC Engine. They have a bit better, pardon me, the PC98 or the MSX. It's a bit more colorful, but for the most part exactly the same. So here he's going into more detail about what he's done in the lab. He's engineered something. That's the sound of a cat who's a little upset. But oh, and wow. Fortunately, either I or he had a loaded revolver. So I don't know what we were expecting to happen tonight, but the cat is now, I assume it's the cat who was shot. A good tip if you're playing a game you don't understand is the punctuation's the same. So a question mark, we can assume he's asking a question. The little names there you can see, it's very excited, probably holy crap, that cat was, we probably shouldn't have killed it, what are we gonna do? I think this is the doctor saying, oh, I know, fortunately I've created this serum here, what I was phoning you about and luring you to my lab in order to try. So this might be the perfect point to show it off. There's the deceased cat. Once again, pretty creepy artwork. Granted, the cat's purple, but Japanese illustrations in general, you know, they're more creative about that kind of thing. You can have a purple cat. Here we see the frightening, ominous music. Shows our character has played God for the first time, but most assuredly not the last. And ominous signs of life are present in the cat, in its wiggling drumsticks there. Now, obviously, this would be a kind of a boring story if the cat continued to wiggle and went along its merry way. But I don't think that's the end of these hijinks. They're really explaining a lot about what's going on. Maybe there's some jokes about batteries or whatnot. You know, the Energizer cat. You might remember the Energizer bunny. I'm assuming you're around my age, because if you were younger, I mean, why would you be watching this? The game, it runs on CDs, and I don't even think kids know what CDs are. I think they're all about, you know, they've been raised on iPads since they were out of the womb. So, yeah, it's probably just the rest of us. I think we're called old millennials, old ennials. You know, we're getting closer to 30, but still making our way in this world. Anyhow, they're still talking about something. I kind of wish, you know, I knew what was going on. Maybe I should do some Japanese classes, but I'm not really good at paying attention to things that aren't horribly obsolete. So, you know, it would be good, but maybe something I should have thought about doing when I was 18. I should really start thinking about a career. So anyhow, the police have come. Clearly, the firing off 6 rounds in a laboratory isn't standard protocol, so I can understand why he'd be here. But how are we going to explain that the cat's alive? We'll just see how this plays out. Pretty great animation. It's good talking. That's a lot of exclamation marks. Oop. The cat. Wow, the cat has murdered the police officer. You know, this is good stuff as far as getting the adrenaline pumping. Whew. What are we gonna do? No one's gonna convict a cat. Although in Japan there's a cat. He was in charge of a train station. And I think they also had a cat who was a mayor. Or that was in Ukraine or Czechoslovakia. One of those other countries. But anyhow, cats are a mystical species in the culture, so it probably wouldn't stand trial. I don't think the doctor wants it to get to that point, though. In the H.P. Lovecraft books, you know, the reanimator, it really starts when he reanimates people as opposed to just pets. But maybe that's what's going to happen. I don't know. Oh, yeah. So he's injected him with the same serum. We now get to see a countdown. It's 10 seconds. I never did swimming lessons far enough to know when brain death occurs. But maybe that's what this clock is alluding to, is if too much time goes by, they're going to be in trouble. Uh-oh. His eye has now moved. He's looking directly at us. And there's the spooky sound effect. Pardon me. So, things are about to hit the fan, I'd say. Oh. We're shooting at him. It's not worked so far. And there are some loading times that occur. So we'll just let it do its thing. Alright, we're running. The zombie is pursuing our young boy and the doctor. Oh. And if you notice on the grave, it has Stephen King's name. A little cool insight. Much like he's trying to do right now and get his career back on track, he's risen from the dead. This time, however, it seems he died in 1984, possibly after Pet Sematary. Once again, cool animation here. and crawling. Oh. So that's sort of the cinematic intro. It's called the Nightmare Collection. And yeah, a lot of little nods to things like Creepshow, Weird Tales. Those of you into pixel art probably be, quite impressed by what's going on here. As I understand, this part just stays the same, so we'll progress it along. Now this game is, it's very rare, which might be why it hasn't released yet. Copies on eBay seem to go for $600 pretty regularly. I did not pay that. I just burned it using CD burner. It can be a little tricky with a PC engine. My advice to you is get the good CDs. Teiyao Yuden or verbatims work fine. This is actually a verbatim disc. People will say you can't do it on a Mac, but I did it on the Mac. It's easier on a PC, but basically you just want to burn slower, not necessarily 1 time speed. This was burned at 16 times speed. No, wait, 10 times speed. And it works fine, so forget the haters. I'm going to do a tutorial on that later on. You know, once again, that should probably expand my interest level on the online gamers. So I'll show you gamers how to get those CDs burned and mounted for your own PC engine. So here we have the guy, the doctor. Let's take a look at him. I don't know what that's saying, but you can hear the heartbeat in the background. Let's try talking to him. Okay, we can talk, we can look, can't move. We can't use any of the other features. Let's just get this saved. Okay, so now we'll talk to him some more. And it's kind of statistics, you know. If you just do what you try, and you might not know what's going on, but here we're making some progress. So we'll just keep talking. Those are some new characters. It's basically just important when you're playing games you don't understand to try and recognize the text. So you see that's new text. If he starts repeating himself, then we gotta do something different. So I assume he's explaining, oh shit, we just spilled that goo everywhere. We created a zombie apocalypse, and we're in deep trouble. I don't know what he's proposing doing. He hasn't got that far, but I'm sure that's what we're hashing out right now. Okay, and yeah, so as you can see, he's stopped saying new stuff. Well, let's see if we can look at the phone. No. If you are speaking Japanese, maybe you can just comment how close I am to guessing what they're saying. There's a woman at the door. I'd say one of us must know her. I don't know how she'd know my address if I didn't know her. she has survived whatever threat is outside. We'll just gather information. So we're probably formulating some kind of plan. See the numbers 2 and 3. You can also tell when someone's talking because their lips move. If no one's talking or no one's lips are moving, generally that means it's me doing the talking, or my persona in the game. Really is, it's kind of a slow burner. If you want to skip ahead, the thing about this game is it's very gory at parts. So it builds the slow dialogue, and then something spooky happens when you're set off guard. So feel free to surf around, see if there's some more exciting parts. I'm thinking there will be. If it stays like this, it might not be that interesting of a video, but like you could download it and play it. There are emulators too, not for Mac, but for the PC. So if you got stuck, you could check this video and see what's going on. But a lot of you, maybe you're just curious. You like old games. You want to see how far I can actually get. There's a lot of reasons to stick around, and maybe because you have, I don't know, self-respect or something, you wouldn't spend your adult years playing through this entire game in the hopes that strangers might watch it, and you might get a sponsorship or something, like you go to those cool Comic Cons and whatnot, and people would be like, "Oh, there's Goku asthmatic. I thought he wouldn't amount to anything. He was such a loser in high school." But yeah, the game itself is fun too. Like trying to figure out what to do. I don't know if these guys are saying new stuff. So the ... dots show me that it's kind of the same thing. See if looking at them, maybe it'll trigger some Jungian memory, and we'll know where to go from there. So as you can see, yeah, the looking seems to be gathering new information. Can we do anything else? Nope. Try talking to her again. So you keep talking to them, and eventually something's gonna shake loose. Let's see if we can look at any other objects. Okay, now we can let's see if we can call somebody. Get the phone here. Oh, we got a dial tone. So this is ominous. Let's see if we can call someone else. take that again as radio silence. Maybe they know someone we can call. So he's saying something new. See what she says. This game's kind of hitting close to home. When I try to phone people, they don't usually answer either, so not doing so great on the escapism. I don't know what you want from me. Let's try talking some more. How about you just tell me what to do? Oh. That's a good sign. Uh-oh. Ah! So, things they're heating up now. Games just can't really have this suspense. Still got some rounds left. Boy, my heart's pumping. Oh. So as you can see, the zombie problem has proliferated. And, well, we've got to do something. Can't stay here. 16 seems to be a signal to go there. And here we arrived. So yeah, 16th Street. I think that's a police car. Now, if you've heard of a game called Snatcher, I've read that this is kind of inspired by Snatcher. Kind of similar art directing. That was by Hideo Kojima. It was actually his first game. He's since gone on to make Metal Gear Solid, a lot of other games. I think he's the president of Konami. One weird fact is pretty much every kid who's gone on a shooting rampage has had a Metal Gear Solid as one of their favorite video games. So I don't know, Hideo. I don't know if that's on you or not. They also usually play Doom. But we've entered. There's some zombies around. Or not zombies, just people whose brains have been devoured. So let's see. Maybe we should move. Won't let us move. We gotta look at the the leftovers a bit more. So something important is being deduced. Let's see if we can find out where these guys are hiding. Okay. Down the corridor. I think he might be a blind guy. There's his cane there. They kind of nibbled on the front of his face. Can we talk to them? That's probably explaining that we can't talk to him because he's dead. But as we can see, the dead don't always stay dead. That's why we're in this situation. The PC Engine is cool because obviously Nintendo and even Sega, though they try to be pretty edgy, they couldn't really get away with this much blood. The PC Engine and PC98 were really more geared to the older gamers in Japanese society, and as a result, a lot of the games are pretty violent, pretty graphic, and there's a lot of sexual content in a lot of these too, which sometimes is more disturbing than others. But in this one, I think it's mainly the zombies. I would certainly be scared if I played this, under the age of 18. They probably tried to limit exposure to that kind of thing. But in our modern world, I don't think anything's as sacred anymore. So kids they play Grand Theft Auto and they just see. I don't even know what goes on in those games anymore, but probably nothing good, nothing wholesome. I don't know how much I have to look at the blood, but that's my advice to playing this game is just wait until it lets you do some other stuff and make the story in your head. Get creative. We only use 10% of our brain, so I think playing games that you don't know what's going on, it's got to make you smarter. I feel really smart. Just solving puzzles that are a lot harder because I don't know what to do. But I think the tension's so high that we're gonna get stuff going pretty quick. Let's see if we can go in that door. Game is now loading. This isn't good. Hey YouTube, this is Goku as Rampage reporting back in. Good to see you guys again. It's been a little while, I know. A lot of dead bodies. I haven't put out that many videos in the past few years, and to be honest, I got a little frustrated. I was expecting to maybe get a bit more attention from the other ones, but I really didn't get that many views. Or anything celebrity endorsements. I actually got no endorsements, and it's been hard. I was pretty confident, it was something I hadn't really done before or knew anything about. Wrong order. I thought I could at least surpass PewDiePie or one of those other weirdos by now, but it's not the case. I haven't given up. I actually have a new strategy, which is why we're using a PC engine today. I'm live casting on Elgato, and I figured maybe it was because some people had already done some pretty good Let's
Plays. Try going back to the other room. Just make sure.
So this game is one that no one's done a Let's Play of in English. It's Dead of the Brain.
All right. So here's
and,
a boardroom.
It's pretty cool.
We see there's
now
looks like a flashlight.
All my Let's Plays, I'm only going to do games that
Maybe
haven't
I'll learn
been done
the
before.
Japanese
So
word
it's
for
fresh
flashlight
and exciting
as this goes.
for you and for me. There is a kind of a setback in that most of these games are in languages that I
think that
don't
first
understand.
character might be
But
flashlight.
I'm pretty confident that being
We've now
a
got it.
text-based comic book game, this won't be too hard to figure out, and
so
we'll both learn a lot.
Let's go
about
back.
Life and culture in general. Because at the end of the day, we're all humans.
So I think that just means like stay.
So I'll give you a little rundown as we're started. I'll try and let
across the hall.
Japanese people who can understand what's going on here, all this stuff. But I'll make it interesting for you guys too.
We have the American flag here, giving us some setting.
Now,
Might be
this game
Anytown,
was
USA.
first released for the PC-98, which was
this
a
is,
Japanese
it's a
home
lot like
computer system.
The Sierra games in English. I
NEC
assume
made
that
it
was
before
a
the
big
PC
inspiration.
This is
for the
Cole.
PC-98,
He's our main character.
the original computer.
And,
this
he's
again, it's a
explaining-
PC Engine port, but I'll give you
This
a bit
takes
of
place
history
in the
there.
past.
To type out Japanese characters,
He lived in North America,
it was a lot
and he was
a lot
working
trickier.
for a doctor. Now it's got some
on
base
computers when they
on,
first showed up.
H.P.
They didn't
Lovecraft.
have very good
It
memory
influenced
or
some
RAM.
other authors as well.
The graphics.
We'll get to those as
It
illusions
had
show
good
up.
graphics because of that, but they were
it
kind of
is-
stretched
it's
out
similar
to
to
handle everything
Reanimator.
else. So
If you read
early video
Reanimated by
games,
H.P.
they had
Lovecraft,
to,
it's got the same sort of
kind
intro.
of less action.
On
So
this
everything
mysterious
would be
scientist,
static.
he's doing some experiments.
But interestingly, Yamaha designed the sound chips
Fresh-faced young
for
boy
these games. Are the computer
eager to
part,
hang
and
out
it
with this
resulted
older
in the
man,
games
comes
having
to,
really
comes
good
to see him
soundtrack,
and see what's going on.
which kind of drew me towards it. Originally, Yuzo Koshiro,
This is
the
the
programmer
doctor now.
of ActRaiser, actually did a lot on
On the left, you can see our options menu.
So
We have look,
just
talk,
something to keep in mind
get,
there.
move,
Now,
go,
I have a
load,
hunch.
save. I'm explaining that because this
that
part
I'm
is pretty
supposed to
long.
get something
He's, kind of
from this room.
showing him how interesting it's going to be if he
get.
comes over to his lab. I assume the writing is kind of hinting that
Maybe it's not
something
working.
ominous might be in store.
We'll pause this episode